Good evening, hot dog fans. Tonight's matchup is against the Western Boone Stars. You with your home team being the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Tonight I'm on the call with a former wrestler, a kid that I've wrestled with for only a year, Caleb Boggs. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Caleb Boggs, and I'm excited to be here tonight. And I love the sport. Sucks that I can't do it, but I'm here to watch it and see how we do.
So currently we're starting off with these JV matches, but it appears to be maybe Frankfort Leo Roa. We do not have any names for these, but we have Leo Roa on the mat right now, I believe. Could be his brother because he's had 4 brothers come through the system as well. WEBO's riding on top right now, just trying to ride it out. Trying to work a move, maybe throw and a half. Looks like great wrist control right now. Frankfort trying to make an escape. Got to get to the feet here. You cannot risk being on your knees. Goes to make an escape. Frankfort gets it. I believe that's 2 WEBO, 1 Frankfort. Did get the first takedown, but Frankfort tries to mix things up here. They're staying up top, real top. WEBO's, they're staying tight. As you notice, Caleb, what's one thing? You're standing upright with this guy. You're tying up. You're real close head to head. What do you want to work here?
I mean, especially in a hand tie, you could work a lot of high crotches here. And right now it's just looking like a lot of hand fighting and a lot of missed opportunities here.
And with missed opportunities right there, your arm drag, real simple. If you can get behind the guy, that's 2 points. Oh, fireman, dump. WEBO gets it. Take down WEBO. That's another 2 points here. Looking for the half. Look at peel. Kids are always top for the half. It's real basic looking peel, and the first period is up. Frankfort chooses to defer. Looks like they're going to take down. Appears to be down.
Looks like Leo's brother.
They left it to Western Boone. Western Boone chooses down. Probably going to look for an escape here. Whistles off. Frankfort needs to just stay behind. You got to keep your hips behind the wrestler. You don't keep them behind. That's the easiest way for them to go up and get an escape. It's wrestling 101.
Looks like he's just really trying to muscle him around right there. Yep. He's very high. It's very risky to be able to do that.
If you take a look at the hips, it's very, very noted.
Very
finds the head. Western Boone finds the head and
right
gets into a headlock. For a reversal, Western Boone picks up another 2 points.
Just like we were saying, you can't be too high there. It's very risky.
You cannot leave your hips up. I mean, I've done it in matches.
For sure.
Kid was probably told don't reach back, but he happens to reach back and got lucky, found the head of a Frankfort wrestler, and managed to give himself another 2 points on the board. Frankfort's just got to get out here. Get distance, breathe. You don't need to stall here. You want to be aggressive, but you need to breathe. You got to keep going. And as a light guy, you got to stay away from stuff like that. You got to close the distance. Current match score is now 8-2, I believe, Western Boone, with Frankfort only having 2 escapes. 50 seconds left in this second period. Is currently
looks like he's going up for a stand-up, and he gets
another third escape. That leaves the score now to 8-3.
Get a good finish through
here. Good finish, and that adds another 2 points. Looking for near fall here. 30 seconds left in the period. Frankfort's going to get another 2 and 2 more near fall. Match is now 8-7. Frankfort is now only trailing 1.
He's going to throw in that half really quick. He's going to try to roll him
You also
over.
got to keep this kid in bounds. Ride it out, and don't let him get an escape, but you can't let him get out of bounds. There you go. Keep your feet in. They're out. They're out of bounds. Western Boone's obviously going to start in the down position. Whistles off. Frankfurt, look, there's the hips again.
Yep.
Frankfurt's hips are high. He's going to try and suck him back. Grab the chin. You need to grab the chin. There it is. He's
got to be careful.
Look
with
for the
that.
reversal, and if they give it to him, they do.
Wow.
Maybe they give him an escape. Looks like Frankfurt's going to choose bottom here. Score is now 9-7, Western Boone.
Quick stand up.
Yeah, quick stand up from Frankfurt. Tries to drop down. WEBO tries to drop down, and Frankfurt gets a reversal maybe.
Get those
They
hips.
don't get it. Yeah, he's got to get up and get behind him. No score. No control.
He's doing really good with those stand-ups.
Escape.
He's quick and aggressive with it, and it really seems like it's his strong suit. But
looks like we got a shoelace here. For our first read of the day, we have Encompass Credit Union is proud to be part of your community. The kind neighbor you'd like to have right next door. That's why Encompass Credit Union makes you their top priority. Encompass Credit Union is there for you for all of life's financial needs. Visit encompasscreditcu.org. Frankfort manages to get on top here. Looks like he found some more near fall, making the match 12-9 in Frankfort's favor. Looks like he's just going to ride this kid out, probably down to the minute mark. Needs to suck him back to the mat and look for more near fall. Runs across face. Looks like he's tried to stick him, and he just manages to squeeze out of that one. That's resulting in 2 more Frankfort near fall there. 14-9 with 53 seconds left in this third period. What a match, folks. Getting it started hot. Love to see it.
I love the aggression out here.
Absolutely. Keep him down. Keep him down. You got to drop and suck the chin. Suck the chin. Looks like a locked hands. Green resorts in 1 red. 14-10, Frankfort's lead. Those little mistakes will get everybody. I mean, you see him professional, you see him high school, you see him in middle school, you're going to see him in college. It's always. You don't need that. A little frustration down there. I don't know if you could see it, but you could see a little bit of frustration from Coach Stevie Cook down there. They choose to go neutral, giving Western Boone another point. Can't afford a takedown. Frankfort needs to get behind the hips to suck it back. You can see Frankfort looks like he has control there. Gives him 2. It's now 16-11. Going for the fall here. Frankfort just needs to get his hips down, get him flat to the mat. That's it for your first match of the night. Frankfort wins by a fall. Third period with 9 seconds left in the match. That may be the last of exhibition here. Next up, send it to a breaks for the face-off.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Indiana. This message presented by the IHSAA and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back, everybody. We are starting the heavyweight with a forfeit with Josh Dickey from Western Boone. The 106-pounder, Kale Scagnoli, facing off Frankfort's Ariana Sierra. I mean, I wrestled with her through middle school. I don't know a whole lot about Kale, but I wrestled with her all through middle school. For your 113-pound weight class, we have Western Boone from Frankfort facing off against Jocelyn Cruz. Not a familiar name for me. Appears to be a freshman. I don't know that face, but
very fresh, very fresh.
Absolutely. For the 120-pound weight class, we have Jacob Anderson from Western Boone facing off against Jose Roa. For the 126 class, we have Nate Moore against Frankfort's Leo Roa, who's also had a brother go through the system, and the match previous to this is actually little brother, and he's had an older brother go through this system as well, which is interesting to see. For the 132, we have Isaiah Garland and Miguel Carrasco. The 138-pound weight class is Trey Fuston from Western Boone and Nick Angeles. Brother's actually a state qualifier and placed in the state. One heck of a runner, and I couldn't do that myself. I ran cross country for 3 years of my time, and that kid's got heart, man.
Definitely not easy.
The 144 is Cameron Mikesell and Brandon Delgado from Frankfort. Your 150-pound weight class is Mason Adams versus Frankfort's Uriel Cobbs. For your 157-pound matchup, Drew Williams against Frankfort's Javier Delgado. This kid I've wrestled with, and if there's anybody on this mat tonight that has heart of a wrestler, I know for sure it's that kid. That kid's came a long way as of middle school wrestling. I've watched that kid grow, and
worked hard for it.
He has worked for it. Your 165 pounds is Heath Williams of Western Boone and Naaman Martinez from Frankfort. Again, I believe Naaman's only a freshman. I believe he had his birthday in the locker room, and I'm like, I'm 18, and I am 5 years older than this kid because he just turned 14. So now I'm only 4. It's crazy. As you said, it's a fresh, young crew. Our final match of the night will end with Jacob Smith versus Frankfort's Daniel Martinez. As we look to get things underway here, Caleb, you want to talk about your athletic career by chance?
Yeah, we could chirp it in a little bit. Freshman year, well, there wasn't really much there, but sophomore year, this guy over here right next to me got me into football, and that's what really started it all. Got into football, got into track. Really kind of turned my life around, made me enjoy it a lot more. And sports change your life, as people know, creates family around you. And next year after that, I started this sport of wrestling. It's a tough sport. All of it, everybody knows that. I know Garrick knows it for sure, too.
It takes heart, man.
It takes heart.
If you can make it through a wrestling practice, you can make it through a lot of things.
Yep.
It's our first forfeit for the night at the heavyweight, I believe, because our heavyweight did not want to show up to school. So a note for everybody going out there. It's if you don't show up to school, you're probably not going to partake in your sporting event tonight. That does not just go for Frankfort. That does not go for everybody. Well, it does go for everybody. Just it's a staple.
Importance, kids. Stay in school.
Starting things off, clock starts running for the 106-pound weight class. Kale Scagnoli against Frankfort's Ariana Sierra.
And she had a really rough season last year, but she fought through it. Like we said, it's a hard sport. But
absolutely.
She kept a great mentality, and she fought for it all.
Kale Scagnoli starts off hot with a takedown, and Ariana is trying to make an escape here. Ariana gets an escape. 2-1, Western Boone. In this lighter weight, I wrestled light. I was never a big kid, but I always wrestled light, and one thing my father always taught me was in these lighter weight classes, hold on, let's take a moment here. Ariana's just going to try and defend. She's got to sprawl, get her hips out, and Scagnoli picks up 2 more for the Western Boone Stars. Looks like trying to run a wing here. He's got to get up, walk her on the head. Probably get out of that, try and work something else here.
She's trying to call her a little.
Absolutely, try to crawl her way out of there.
There you go.
You got to get up. You got to build a base. Thing from bottom is you got to build a base because it's like a foundation to a house. You don't have a foundation.
Looks like she's trying to do that, but she can. And she's
looking for a switch, maybe suck her back and hold that wing. Kale's going to hold that wing out. Still a 4-1 match here. .43 seconds left in this first period. Looks like he's going to run the wing. He sticks it. Ariana Sierra fighting on the bottom. Near fall is just adding up for your Western Boone Stars. Kale Scagnoli. Ariana trying to make an escape on the bottom. Fighting once again. 20 seconds left in the period. How long can she keep fighting? She is not giving up. She is a little warrior. Referee's down there looking for the shoulders, and Kale Scagnoli takes the win in the 106-pound weight class. So starting this off, we go 106 to 113. We actually have two female wrestlers starting it off for your Frankfort Hot Dogs. Again, Isaac Moore and Jocelyn Cruz for your Frankfort Hot Dogs this match.
I think it's good to see these female wrestlers, especially these two. I know they kind of took the wing under our state champion last year from Emma Pillion. They kind of learned a lot. They're both pretty young. Well, Jocelyn's pretty young. She's got a lot of talent.
Current score 2-0. It appears to me that Isaac Moore is going to look for the fall, and he gets it against Jocelyn Cruz to wrap up your 113-pound weight class. Up next for the 120 and 126, we're going to see the Roa brothers try and pick up some points here for your Hot Dogs. We have Jose Roa from your Frankfort Hot Dogs against Jacob Anderson from Western Boone. Yeah, I know the Roas come from a line of sports. I know older brothers have always done sports. They're just always overall athletic. Never real tall. You'll notice that if you go look at the family, they're never tall, but
they got a strong mindset.
Athletes. Absolutely,
some tough kids too.
They can work.
He's a young guy.
Look for a single leg here. Hold on.
Coming out very aggressive, and that's something you love to see.
Takedown, Western Boone. Wish we had a replay on that. You don't see that a whole lot. Referee's going to call full Nelson here, giving Frankfort at least 1 point here. That is very potentially dangerous, as the formal name for it. Potentially dangerous, but I believe I have full Nelson down there. Frankfort trying to stand up here. This is Jose Roa once again. He's got to build a base, try and fight up top. But Jacob Anderson's just riding him out and making him work on that bottom as he is just pounding him on top.
He's really trying to get this wrist control here. And
maybe looking for a power half here. He's got to use his elbow. And we're getting Green stalling
maybe
here.
A cradle.
He's looking for a cradle. Anderson's looking for the cradle and just backs off it. He says, that's maybe not the smart move here. Let's just work for points here. He's going to walk around the head, looking for near fall. Jacob Anderson. Got to turn the shoulders, and near fall starts. Looks like 3 more points are going to go to Western Boone's total. But he fights it, and he cannot resist anymore. That is going to add up again for the fall from Jose Roa by Jacob Anderson.
Getting ready to see Big Brother in here. Yeah. Let's see what goes on.
See if older brother can change the stat line here for Frankfort as we're starting off with a couple consecutive losses. Look at that similar build walking out there. It's like the same kid just came on twice. It's a clone. Just a couple more pounds of muscle, and that makes the difference of a kid.
Senior year, man. I know he's worked for it.
Yep. A single to a double here. That's what he's looking for. Nate Moore manages to sprawl out. He's got to get around, trap that leg, get behind him. Looks like Leo's reaching across the back, though. He's in a wizard right now, and manages to get him to the mat. That's going to be a takedown, too, for Leo Roa. Looking for a headlock. He's going to get it. He's on his back. And that is a fall, and for your first points of Frankfort. Leo starts off hot for the night. Looks like the referee might have gave him a couple words, like, hey, better watch taking your headgear off on the mat. I know I was always told that. Oh, yeah. That's why I never took my headgear off on the mat, because I knew I was going to get an earful as soon as I stepped off. For your next match of the night. Actually, last night he wrestled for the 132 spot. That is Miguel Carrasco against Isaiah Garland. These kids came a long way. I know he wrestled a lot in middle school. He was always trying to get better. Finds a single leg. And Garland manages to fall to his back. Carrasco manages to trap an arm. That is a takedown 2. He's got to go back.
Suck him down.
He's got to suck the chin. He's got to get his arm out of there, suck the chin, pull him back down to the mat. Carrasco getting his near fall. He's got to squeeze that. I tell you what, this kid is one headhunter, because if you were to watch his matches in middle school, he wants the head.
Absolutely.
He wants to throw that headlock, so you cannot challenge him up high. Current score 5-0. Carrasco's going to let him up. He's going to try. I tell you right now.
It's almost a missed opportunity there,
yeah.
man.
He should have stuck with that, and if you let him rebuild that base, get back to center, let him get back to his knees, you take him down, fight for some more near fall.
Absolutely.
You just run up the score, and this is where you work your moves here.
When you're that close, man, you got to get your hips up. You got to stay off your knees. That could cost the whole thing.
Also, got to get out of that wizard there. That's dangerous. Looks like he's going to go for a lat. Can't hit it. Miguel tying up here. Oh! Miguel Carrasco manages to get Garland down on the mat for more near fall. Results in a fall back-to-back.
Oh.
Miguel Carrasco was fired up after that Frankfort win. Could definitely tell he wanted every bit of that match. That's a second win in a row for your Frankfort Hot Dogs. Your current team score is 24-12 with your Western Boone Stars in the lead.
There's one thing you notice around here. Frankfort wrestlers, they really like to throw you around.
Absolutely. They want to muscle you around.
Yep.
But the kids that are technical, they're good to go against, because you want somebody who's going to match you up skill-wise. Right here for your 138 is Trey Fuston and Nick Angeles. Again, the brother that was the state runner. Let's see if little brother can live up to the hype of his older brother, Chris Angeles, here. Looks like Trey Fuston just fighting him off, trying to close the distance. Inside trip.
It's always
can't finish it.
Always good to see a little brother taking on his own sport, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Looks like he throws it. Trey Fuston looking for near fall. Gives him 2 and 2 more. 4-0, Trey Fuston. Trying to run a head wedge. I haven't seen that move in a minute. Might have taught that back in middle school. Hey, listen, if it works, kids, run it. Run it. Use your arsenal. I remember seeing Trey Fuston wrestle in middle school, and that was always a good match watching him. This kid's always been a solid wrestler, and here goes Angeles looking for an escape, and I tell you what, Trey Fuston just returns him right back to the mat. He said, "You're not going anywhere. You're staying right here with me."
He fights for that hand control.
Absolutely. He looks like he's going to run a wing here. He's got to step around the head. He's got to finish that. He's got to keep walking, and he gets it. Looks like he's going to stick Angeles. And he does it. He sticks Angeles for the Western Boone Stars. Again, that is Trey Fuston taking down Frankfort's Nick Angeles. For your 144 matchup, Cameron Mikesell from Western Boone against Brandon Delgado from Frankfort. I got my own little story from Brandon. I've actually played volleyball at TPI Park with him numerous times, so I know the kid outside of school. I mean, he seems like a good kid. Oh, outside trip. Quick double leg, putting Brandon Delgado on his back. Western Boone's going to look for the fall here. Counting up near fall. Looks like he's just going to run a half. Finish it and run a half.
Really trying to fight his way out of here in a sticky situation.
I tell you what, though, Cameron Mikesell's just got to keep him in bounds, and he gets the fall for a quick 24-second match. Not too often, but again, I think this kid might be a first-year wrestler. So with that, you got to take your losses with pride.
Yep.
You know, you have to take them with pride. You got to wear them on your chest. You know, because not everything's going to go your way.
Always got to learn.
So that's a learning point for the kids.
Absolutely.
And I just love to see kids stick with it, because you're going to look back at that and be like, yeah, I'm so much better than I was now. This is your 150. Wow. Uriel Cobbs immediately gets put towards his back, and looks like they're just going to roll out of bounds here. But shoulders are still in, so ref's going to keep it going, and he looks like he's rolling onto his back. Looking for the stick here is Western Boone. Mason Adams.
He might be selling himself here, putting those hands under his shoulders.
Absolutely. He's not flat if his hands are still under there.
Nope.
He's going to try and suck him back down to the mat, try and get his shoulders flat. Again, referee's down there positioned, just ready to make the call at any time. But Uriel's doing a good job fighting it off. That looks tight, and he just happens to sneak it in. Mason Adams gives the fall to Uriel Cobbs.
These hot dogs, they fight for it. They don't want to lose.
Absolutely.
You can see it.
They want no part in it. Team score is now up to 42-12 with your Western Boone Stars in the lead. This is a match I was definitely looking for the night. Drew Williams against Javier Delgado. Again, I said this kid has wrestled since I was in middle school. I mean, he's 2 grades below me, but this kid has a work ethic of no other. He's strong. Look, if you were to look at him in middle school, it'd be like, wow, I don't know what this kid's going to turn into. Because that was my wrestling partner, and I never take it easy in there. That's going to resort to a 2 from Javier Delgado. He's got 2. He's going to get a takedown, and looks like Drew Williams is just going to run away, try and get the escape. And
very talented young guy, and he's very fast, and he works his moves however he can when he gets the opportunity to.
Absolutely.
He sees it, he takes it, and that's something you love to see as a young wrestler.
Like that right there, he's going to jump to that low inside single right away, and looks like that's going to resort to a takedown if he could just get control. There it is, that takedown 2. It's going to call out of bounds, resort back to the middle of the mat.
Currently 5-0.
Yeah, also mentioned he's 5-0. He started off real hot to the season. Trying to extend that to 6-0 here. He doesn't go for a shot right away this time. He just shoots a double leg right instead. Can't manage to finish it. That's going to give Drew Williams 2 points. It looks like it's going to be a reversal, making the match 4-4. Delgado's got to get an escape here. Get back into the mat. Get back into the middle of the mat. Goes for a double leg. Is he going to come under, sit through maybe? He's just going to reach.
When you shoot like that, you can't lunge. You got to get those hips through.
Cannot lunge. You got to close the distance right away.
Puts you in a really bad position. Javier looks really worn out right now. Maybe he used up a little bit of his energy in the beginning. He's got to be careful with it.
Got to be cautious here. You cannot afford to give Western Boone any more things. He's going to sit through, go to the right side, and come out on top. That's going to resort in a 2 for Javier Delgado, making the match 7-4 after getting an escape back there. Oh, no. He's going to put Drew Williams on his back, looking for near fall. It's Javier Delgado trying to extend the lead and gets the stick for Frankfort's 3rd win of the night. Javier Delgado comes out right on the top there. I was timed up there.
Now 6-0. Good way to start the season.
6-0. Way to start the season, kid.
Especially as a sophomore.
Kid's got time ahead of him.
Absolutely. That's something you love to see.
I believe is this the only sport he does, too?
Yes.
So for a kid to come in and just work his tail off, it shows. We've got the 165 now. Naaman Martinez of Frankfort and Heath Williams of Western Boone.
Naaman looking a little nervous here, coming out.
I don't know if he wrestled in middle school. He almost has the jitters, but he's got an athletic stance. Shoots from afar, looks for a single leg. He's got to get it up. Heath Williams sticks the leg inside, and Naaman Martinez happens to get the finish, and 2 for Naaman Martinez.
Looking for that wrist control. Maybe to work a move here, but he's got to be careful.
He's going to run a half. He's got to run it.
He's got to be patient.
You got to be patient. He's in a base, and you're trying to run a half. You just got to let him go. You know you got that first takedown. You can do it again.
Rushing into something like that, you can miss more chances than you think.
Absolutely. There can be that one thing in the match. You're like, oh, you're going to look back and watch this film later. You're going to be like, man, I should have done this at this time. All locked up here. This match is brought to you by HoosierLandTV.com, proud partner of the Hot Dog TV network to bring you local sports. Hoosierland TV, home for high school sports, county fair coverage, forums, debates, community events, parades, and more. Always free, never a paywall. HoosierLandTV.com.
Javier looking to roll him. Not Javier, excuse me. Naaman looking to roll him. Looks like he gets him on his back.
Again, trying to get that 2, looking for more near fall. You always want to add near fall because you can never have too many points, right? Never, ever.
Never.
Looks like Heath Williams is just trying to get out of the ring, get a fresh start, go back to the center. Surprised the referee's not hit anybody for stalling it yet because it looks like a whole lot of nothing going on down there. But almost, yep, they're just going to let the period run out. And as we enter the second period, we have 6-1. Looks like it's going to appear to be a red choice here. They choose to defer. Green chooses bottom. Namath's got to get up quick here. What do you think of a reversal from here? You just hit a quick switch right away.
Looks like he was going to try to stand up.
He's just trying to stand up, try and get up out of there real quick. But Heath Williams is going to ride him out and dump him back down. He's down on his belly, and he's got to work a stand-up down at the bottom. He's got to stand up. He's got to build that foundation. He's already got all fours there, but being on your knees does not help when you don't have your feet below you.
Always.
He's trying to chop his arm.
Just like you said, he built his feet up there. But
absolutely. If he just turns around, find a head. Turn around and find a head, and I tell you, you've got him stuck, man. And there's that missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
Right there. Heath Williams is almost sitting completely flat on his shoulders, trying to turn Naaman over and just can't do it. But I tell you, Naaman turns around, he finds himself
That's
a
a
fall.
gift right there. That's a Christmas present for Naaman. But
yeah, that's early.
Just like we said,
it's coming 30
young
days
guys,
early.
You learn.
He's going to go back and watch this and be like, oh, man, it's going to be a top off the head. It's going to be like, man, I should have hit this then. But, again, he's got his feet in bounds here, looking for a half. He's got to try and pull him back in. I believe you probably heard Coach Reagans down there yell, pull him back in. Very loud. I mean, Coach Reagans has been there a long time for me. Like,
he's pulling him.
I started when I was 4 years old, and that's one guy that's always been around.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now.
He's a good guy. He really works with you through it all, and he does his very best to work through it all with you and take it step by step, even no matter how new you are. That's what I could say about these coaching staff. Even the previous couple years, being a very fresh and young team, these last 2 years, including me, they all were very patient. And it's rough being a coach and being the level that you are and working with somebody who's never done it before. And that's props to them for doing so.
Yeah. We've got a potentially dangerous here again. The potentially dangerous call is going to go for red. They're going to pick up another point here, resulting in an 8-2 score. Naaman Martinez has the lead right now for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Looks like he's going to run that half again. He tends to resort to that half a lot. Look, sucking really back to the mat. There he is. Frankfort's going to look for near fall and just can't do it again.
Once again,
10 seconds left in the second period, too. So let's just see if he's going to ride him out or... Hold on. He's got a second left, and he's going to take it all the way to the third period with a score of 8-2. This match brought to you by Clinton County Daily News, your free local online newspaper. Check out ClintonCountyDailyNews.com when you want to know local news, local weather, local sports, community events, and local shopping information. Clinton County Daily News, ClintonCountyDailyNews.com. Started a little bit there, switched my letters around. I believe Western Boone chose top there. I don't mean to interrupt you, but looks like Western Boone chose top there. And
Naaman really trying to work to build a base here.
Absolutely. You got to get up out of here, create distance, because this is not good. He managed to get a throw in there and going to look for near fall and maybe the potential fall to close out the match with 1:15 left.
Naaman's fighting really hard right here.
Fighting,
looks like he's
using every bit. He cannot fold here. Back again, and he gets the fall and actually upsets Naaman Martinez.
What a turnaround.
Naaman is up 8-2 and happens to just get turned to his back. I mean, you hate to see that, but if you look back in the beginning of that match, there was that opportunity missed, and this is just what happened to cost him.
One of the best things about being a freshman, though, is learning it now and rather than later.
Encompass Credit Union is proud to be part of your community, the kind of neighbor you'd like to have next door. That's why Encompass Credit Union makes you their top priority. Encompass Credit Union is there for you for all of life's financial needs. Visit encompasscreditcu.org. So, Caleb, looking at the team score right now, I say forget the team score and wrestle for you. Western Boone is up 54-18. Now you just have to wrestle for you. You don't want to worry about scoring points. You don't want to worry about going out and tech falling a kid. You just want to go out, do your thing, win your match. And this match seems to start off hot.
Yeah, Martinez coming out here very aggressive, very strong. But again, he's riding high, real high right there, and that's very risky. He's got to get those hips behind him. And
absolutely. This is the 215 for those of you who are watching. 215. Daniel Martinez of Frankfort and Jacob Smith of Western Boone. Looks like Smith's down at the bottom trying to get that single leg. He's got to get his head up. You can't see anything when you're looking at the mat. You got to get that head up and find that base. Does he manage to get his hip control? And he's just holding on for dear life. Is he going to get him here? It's almost a spladle. I haven't seen a spladle almost ever. Well, I'd work him in practice, but that's about it. That was close, but for the 215, Daniel Martinez is going to knock off Jacob Smith of your Western.
Almost shocked he did it with himself. Wow.
So, what are your final thoughts on today's wrestling meet between the Stars and your Frankfort Hot Dogs?
I think it was very interesting to see how this very young team and very new to sport, new kids to the sport, and how they worked for it all so far, and just kind of how they're opening up to the season real quick. And it's good to see that they got some heart and they got some fight in them. Now it's just got to get in there and got to work some technique in the wrestling room and learn from your mistakes here.
Absolutely. I want to thank you for – it was almost last minute. I got a hold of you almost a week before this broadcast was put up, and I want to thank you for coming out and joining us on the Hot Dog Network, along with Eli Grasham running our graphics and Isaio Mesa running our cameras. And always, as always, a special thanks goes out to our director, Richard Slee. That's a lot for us and the Hot Dog Network, and I would like to thank you all. I would like to thank the sponsors one more time. Encompass Credit Union, Hoosierland TV, Clinton County Daily News. And also, be sure to check out HoosierlandTV.com to see local video content focused on your community. Watch anything from sports to educational programming, live events, and more at the click of a mouse or the swipe of a fingertip on all your electronic devices. That's going to wrap things up here at the Hot Dog Network for your Western Boone against your Frankfort Hot Dogs. Till next time, everyone.
Close the doors, please, and go!
It's been 30 years since the magic of blue chips has graced the halls of Frankfort High School. The memories are still strong, but the signatures are fading. Come back and sign your names again.
We still have the minis that Shaq used to stay fit for the movie. Shaq, come on back. We'd love to see you.
We're having a celebration for the 30th year anniversary for Blue Chips on Saturday, January 13th, 2024, as Frankfort and Rossville take on the roles of Western Dolphins and IU Hoosiers. Varsity tip-off begins at 7:30.
Sure.
Matt Painter.
Penny Hardaway.
Nick Nolte. Marquise Johnson.
Ed O'Neill.
Matt Nover.
We want to see you here to celebrate the movie Blue Chips with us. Hot dogs new and old.
We want you here!
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.